All right, thank you for joining us on I Am Still Up. It is Friday, so we're here in our South Victory Plaza. Could you guess what we're talking about today? You know North Texans go crazy over their barbecue, so we had to bring in the expert here, Mr. Trey Chapman of TreysChowdown.com. First of all, thank you, and really tell the people while you're here right now.
Thank you very much, and we love barbecue.
Yes.
And beef ribs.
Well, okay. Well, we've been asking you on the show, beef ribs or pork ribs. We'll let you make up your mind at the end. I say beef ribs. You say beef ribs. But, you went out and tried, how many barbecue restaurants to come up with the list on your website today, top 25 barbecue spots in North Texas?
119 places, 280 dishes.
119 places all around North Texas. This guy's insane here. Well, he's highlighted a few of them, so you don't have to go to all of those spots here. We've got the top, we've got the top 25 list on TreysChowdown.com right now, but we're featuring, I believe, six restaurants right now, and we're starting over here with Hutchins Barbecue. So we want to get behind the table here and talk with some of the amazing people who make this amazing meat happen. So, hey guys, how are you doing? Tell us about your BBQ.
All right, today we just got the beef brisket, which is just traditional beef brisket. We put a little pecan oak on it. We got the Texas Twinkie, cream cheese brisket, thick cut bacon. Texas Twinkie, that's right, baby. I love it, yeah. And then we got just a jalapeno cheddar sausage. Everything's homemade in the house. The sausage, Texas Twinkie. So we do it up right.
And we're covering all parts of the Metroplex, guys, because if you didn't already know, Hutchins Barbecue is out in McKinney. So a nice ride up 75, get you this thick, good Texas bred beef brisket over here. Thanks, guys. Look at that thing, man. That is not a joke. That's like 5 pounds of meat right there. Hey, and we've got a lot of other restaurants to cover right now. We're going to send things over to Hannah Davis, who's already been chowing down on a lot of this here. Taking Trey Chapman's advice on the top restaurants. What do you think, Hannah?
I call it research. It's research is what I'm doing this morning. I'm very committed to the job, and I'm here with Brandon Hurtado. You, sir, need to be stopped. The things you are creating are just devilishly good. This is my favorite. Can you tell us what this is, and how did you come up with this idea?
This is our nacho sausage. So we make all of our own sausage in-house, and I came up with this idea that I've seen Frito pie sausage, and I wanted to make nachos out of it. We do Tex-Mex barbecue. So this is literally everything you would see on a plate of nachos stuffed into a sausage. We have it every weekend, and if you want to try it, come on out to Arlington.
They said it couldn't be done, and he said, I will find a way. I was getting the backstory. You guys just opened up in March, and how has it been going out in Arlington with, all this delicious food?
It's been great. The city of Arlington has been really great with us, and, we have a line every weekend, so people got to get there early if they want to try our food.
What's the secret? If I want to go home and barbecue, I'm not going to match this, but what's the secret to being a chef, cook? A barbecue? Pitmaster. Yeah, I knew that.
I think it's patience, a lot of patience and a lot of trial and error. Not everything turns out great every time, but you just got to document and keep learning.
Okay, you wanted me to try, so I've been trying the nacho sausage all morning long. I'm feeling it, but you wanted me to try something a little bit lighter. This is the smoked turkey?
This is our smoked turkey breast. It's a boneless turkey breast, and we smoke it for about 4 hours. Pretty moist. Yeah,
I'm usually a dark meat kind of girl. That's really, really good. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, and congratulations on your business. And I say you must be stopped, but carry on, please, okay? All right, now I'm going to send it over to Marie.
Is it my turn to eat? Yeah,
it's your turn to eat. Well, you could have been going.
I have been. Let me tell you. I'm here with Christian from Texas Spice, and I already previewed one of your dishes, but I want to hear about all of them. Okay. What do you have here for us?
We have the salt and pepper rubbed pork ribs, smoked in-house. We serve that with a Balcones house-made barbecue sauce. Yeah. And we have our Deep Elm Hush Puppies here.
They are so good. Were you surprised that the pork ribs versus beef ribs vote was so impassioned today?
Oh, actually, I prefer the pork ribs myself, too.
Nice. What's the flavor secret for the ribs? What makes these stand out?
Just the rub and the barbecue sauce, the long smoke time that we have on them.
Yeah. Okay, and the Hush Puppies, the secret, if you're like me and you love goat cheese, get familiar because these were incredible. What made you use goat cheese?
Actually, just trying to stay local and use all the product that we have at hand, and it's right down the street, so we decided we'll try it out, and it ended up working really well.
I love that because I think Texans not only like barbecue, but they like to support local folks who are trying to make our food as good as it can be, and let me tell you, this is good. Greg's got our next find over there. I'll let you take it.
Yeah, I'm having to unbutton my jacket, Marie. Already I've sampled so much this morning. But we have Zavala's located in Grand Prairie here. And we have Joe. How are you?
Doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing well.
Doing well.
Doing well. All right. So first of all, what do you have here on the sample plate here?
Right, so right here we have 44 Farms beef cheek. We make barbacoa tacos with it with our green salsa and our red salsa. Then we have brisket boudin right here. And then we have our cheesy jalapeno hominy.
cheesy jalapeno hominy. Is that a pretty popular item?
Yeah, people are starting to love it. They're asking for it more and more. It has a nice little kick and a lot of cheese, so people love it.
Okay, but that's not what folks come to the Zavalas for. So what do they come into your restaurant for?
What they love is our sloppy Juan. It's a whole bunch of burnt ends mixed together in a taco with some barbecue sauce, and they absolutely love it.
Oh my goodness! Now I've been eyeing this. Now you call this what now?
So this is beef cheeks or barbacoa, shredded, and the green sauce is really, really hot, and the red sauce is mild.
Okay, good stuff. All right, and I'm like I said, had to unbutton my jacket. I have sampled so much, really good stuff. So thank you guys for coming out. I'm going to toss it over to Kara.
407 barbecue in Argyle right here. And I was actually trying these jalapeno poppers earlier. Woo! They woke me right up. Tell me about what you brought today.
So we've got our brisket Twinkies that we brought. This is our same stuffing we use for our brisket enchiladas, and it's got kind of a creamy filling in it. Put them in there, bacon wrap them on the jalapenos.
So brisket Twinkies, jalapeno poppers, I was way off.
Well, it's the same thing. It's kind of thing. It's got with the cream filling. It's about the size of a Twinkie.
I like that name better though.
Everybody calls them Twinkies.
So tell me about 407. Where's that name? Is that what road you are on?
Yeah, we're not that smart to come up with a good name. So we're on 407 in Argyle. So
Hey, as long as you're smart enough to make good barbecue, that's all that matters. What else do you have?
So we've got our brisket here. This is a prime Black Angus brisket that we serve at our restaurant. We've got our St. Louis spare ribs.
Now I need to ask you, you have Trey going around trying all these different barbecue joints. What was it like to be named, one of the top 25? That's huge.
Well, apparently you hadn't come out yet, so have we been? Thank you so much.
I don't think you'd be here. I don't think you'd be here if you were at the bottom of the list. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you about that.
It's a pretty good honor. It's a really nice honor, and we're very humbled and accepted of it.
And if you didn't, I just made that decision for you. Okay. No, but what is it that makes your barbecue so special?
Well, I think it's the same thing that most barbecue places have. It's the love, it's the passion of true barbecue. We try to provide the best meats, quality meats, put our passion and our love into it, and serve a good product.
All right, so we're going to talk about more love and more barbecue. Yeah. Dimitri is taking over here.
Yeah, we're going to, head down I-30 westbound and get over here to Fort Worth and talk to Joe Risky's Craft Barbecue here. Okay, hey, Joe, let's talk about, what you got here? It looks like some beef ribs. We got some other cool stuff.
Actually, pork ribs. It's this is beef. That's
like beef
certified Angus beef brisket.
Oh, brisket.
And then that is a Cheshire pork short rib. Nice. And then we've got a sausage bomb and then some green chili cheese hominy.
Okay. Well, let me talk to the expert here who actually put you on the top 25 barbecue spots in North Texas. I'm going to walk around behind you. Yeah. Okay. So Trey, let's talk about some of these spots here. What do you look for when you're going to any barbecue spot? How do you know it's good?
Stuff that's created that has a lot of flavor and is fresh.
Mm-hmm. We got people here talking about the kind of ribs that they like. People saying, first of all, Kathy McCreary, I love ribs. All right. We've got people saying, my grandma makes the best barbecue, and they're from Texas, so I think we'll let that one pass.
Yeah. Supposedly everybody makes good barbecue in Texas.
Exactly.
But the best 25 are going to be in that list.
And if you're curious about where you got to go for these barbecue spots, we've made it really easy for you. It's just, first of all, TreysChowdown.com, and he compiles tons of lists. Not that long ago, you were talking about the best tamales in North Texas. What else?
Best hamburgers.
Oh, now I remember that one. Those were like mouthfuls right over there. Some of you still commenting about your favorite barbecue joints here. Some of you from a lot of places. Tracy saying, hey, 407 is so good. Robin saying 407 isn't far from me. I'll have to try them.
Pay them some more money.
You know what I mean? So you've got definitely some options all across the Metroplex here. And more of you here talking about Records Barbecue. Are you familiar with that spot?
No, I'm not.
Well, maybe you might teach Trey something here, all right? But he's been to, 118?
119.
119 barbecue joints across North Texas.
280 dishes.
But when you go there, what are you ordering? What's the staple dish that has to be good for you to say that's good barbecue?
Depends on the one location, but I get a plethora of everything on that they have. Yeah, I try.
Let's talk about here, Joe Risky's. What did you order here that said, damn, that's good barbecue?
Well, I've known Joe Risky a long time, but I love his brisket, and then I love his sides. I also love his Pitmaster mac and cheese if he's still making that.
Yeah.
Are you, Joe?
Yeah, I sure am.
Oh, excellent. So you've got a lot of choices here. I know when I go to a barbecue joint, and being from Kansas City, I take it very seriously. Yeah. And I love me some good beef ribs because if they're good, they just fall off the bone. And you get so much more meat, I think, for your buck. That's how I feel. What do you think, Trey?
That's exactly you. A lot more beef. It's a different flavor, though, than pork. Different flavor, different texture, but I just love the beef rib.
What about some good pork butt?
Yeah, that's good, too.
Hey, put that in the smoker. Put that in the smoker and get it going. I love it. We've got Jesus over there going back to Hutchins Barbecue, which is actually up in McKinney. The name though is so funny to me. I mean, does the barbecue come from Hutchins, but we shipped it up to McKinney? What's the deal?
They're big. They're on the top 50 in Texas with Texas Monthly.
Oh my goodness! So they know what they're doing for sure. And then a lot of people here, big fans of the sides that you're going to enjoy with your barbecue. And that's what I thought was cool over here with Joe Risky's. He's got this delicious looking hominy here. And what goes into that, Joe?
I start out with some bacon and onions, and I cook it up in a skillet, kind of render it down. Then I put the hominy, some cream, cheese, and green chilies.
But this is no ordinary skillet. This is cast iron, and I know a lot of people who are serious about their cooking, they opt in for that. Can you kind of break that down as to why it's important to use one of those?
Well, it's just the way it seasons the food and the fact that it just renders so much better than a traditional, you don't want to use a Teflon coated pan. You want to use that. So
and when you're serious about your barbecue too, I mean, talking about Joe Risky in particular, I mean, you've got a long line of barbecue history that runs in your family here. For people who, maybe hosting a cookout pretty soon, I mean, what would you say is the first step when you want to get that barbecue just right?
Take your time.
Okay.
Don't rush it. Take your time and start with good quality raw products.
And where do people get that? I mean, you don't go to Walmart, Target. Where do you go?
I mean,
you got to get it out of the farm, okay?
There's a place going to be opening up in Fort Worth soon called the Meat Board that's going to have it. But Costco has some prime beef, and I think Sam's is maybe carrying prime beef now, but I'm not for sure.
Yeah, okay. So you got to, get some quality meat there for sure. Damon Richardson saying, he loves barbecue burgers. We've got people here saying that delicious barbecue is making me hungry. Trey, one more time here. Let's just talk about what you've got working in the future, because I know once all this barbecue settles, you're going to feature some new hot spots throughout North Texas.
We're doing can't bring them here. We're doing the best patios in North Texas. For eating barbecue or drinking or whatever.
Or maybe even brunch. All right, TreysChowdown.com. See, that's important. We'll be looking for that one here in Dallas for sure. All right, guys, have a great Friday. Remember, TreysChowdown.com for the list of all of the restaurants that made the top 25 barbecue joints in North Texas. Have a great weekend.